I've been busy making things for the marketplace, and in 2025 I already have a few repeat sellers that are perfect projects to make some extra money woodworking. Plant stands are amongst my favorite things to make, and I can't ever make them fast enough to satisfy their demand. I'm always out by next weekend. Most of my projects start from construction lumber or recycled pallets. I plane them down to the thickness I need for my projects. I tend to like 1¼ inches as it removes the rounded edges and gives me a nice thickness that doesn't give it a construction wood look and feel. I rip all the wood to width on the table saw, making sure to remove the first 8 or so to clean the edge. Ripping down my own 2x2s, 2x1s, and other sizes of wood from 2x4s gives me better results and saves me a lot of money. Using a stop block for repeated cuts, make sure that my furniture is square and everything arrives where it should. For build plans to all the builds in this video, plus many more, check out mattbuilds.com. Links are in the description. While at it, please like and subscribe. Thanks to all subscribers. Assembly of this table is pretty simple. I add glue and clamp everything in place. Then once it's dry, I drill and add dowels at all joints for a screwless design. For the top and bottom planks, I decided on pallet wood for this. I cut off both ends to avoid having to remove all the nails, and I make my planks from the middle. Before adding the brown planks on top, I give the bases 2 coats of satin black. They will get glossy polyurethane coat, so I don't really care for the bases paint's shine level. Before setting the stop block and cutting all the planks, I measure directly on the base for an accurate cut. The bottom planks, by design, are half as wide, so I rip them on the table saw. Using scrap wood and clamps, I hold my work in place before drilling from under. To finalize, I give everything a coat of wipe-on polyurethane. The next plant stand is very different, but as popular on the marketplace. It has 3 sections at different levels and is made out of 2x2s that I make from 2x4s. The way I make and assemble the bases assures they will be flat and square. As with the previous build, I wait for the joints to dry a little bit, then add the holes for screwless design. I'm painting the bases black with 2 coats of interior black paint. From a simple glue-ups of scrap pieces of 2x4s that I planed down thin, I traced and cut out rounded squares on the bandsaw before finishing them on the desander. The stain is a product called Wood Ager, which I love, giving me quick and easy results on softwoods. I finalize both bases and tops with some wipe-on polyurethane to give them nice gloss and protection from water and plants. This next project I once made for my daughter, but have since never stopped selling it on the marketplace. It's a box of a children's character. I start by simply making a block out of 2x4s and letting it dry overnight. Once dry, I use spray glue and add a pattern on top, then cut it out on the bandsaw. To get all the details about bandsaw box, check out my channel for many videos about them, from this one to more complex and fancy ones. I use this wooden clamp to cut rounded objects, to avoid them getting caught and kicked back because of the blade. Once all the pieces are cut and hollowed out, it's time to reassemble the box. I paint it using dollar store acrylics and finish it with a water-based finish. The parts are all cut out from scraps of wood and glued with wood. I always sell this box within a few days when I post a new one on the marketplace. The character is popular and this makes a great decoration in a child's room. Next is the shoe rack and bench combo that I sell for a massive profit. It's mainly made out of 2x2s and I use a rounded corner to give it a special look that my buyer seems to love. I cut the corner off with a jigsaw or bandsaw and finish it off on the disc sander for a perfect radius. Assembly is simple. I add glue, clamp the pieces and then pre-drill and screw. I send the screw deep enough to be able to hide it with a dowel after. The planks are simply 2x4s that I cut into 2x1s. I give them a deck stain for an ultimate protection against shoes and other sources of humidity. I paint the bases black with the same paint I used for the plant tables in this video. The planks are added and screwed in from the top. I end up painting the screws to hide them a little bit better. Finally, some less hands-on builds, but still important in my marketplace sales. Mainly for now, two products. A Montreal 3D frame and a frame with a cat and birds. The cat frame is a simple cutout. It takes about 20 minutes to cut with my current settings on a backing of 2x1s that I joint and glue up. I then glue the cutout on top. It takes me no more than 15 minutes hands-on to make and gets me $30. The total cost for this project is no more than $2 on materials. The paint is acrylic from the dollar store, and 2x1s are very cheap. Plywood is not cheap, but I can make many of those with a $30 4x8 board. The Montreal map was interesting. The file I bought was meant for digital use, but knowing my way around Photoshop, I cleaned it up and got it sharp enough to use on a laser cutter. This item is extremely popular being in the Montreal area. I've had people thinking it was bigger, ready to pay a lot more for a bigger version. I'd have to do it in multiple parts, but I think I'm gonna do it. Thanks for watching. I hope those gave you ideas for what to make and sell on the marketplace. Subscribe for more videos and see you next time.